Good morning, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and today I'm talking about packing for a convention. As I said in my intro, today I'm talking about how to pack for a convention. More specifically, how I pack for a convention. How I pack for a convention isn't necessarily how you should pack for a convention. My friends actually constantly make fun of me for the amount of stuff that I bring to a convention. This may not be how you would like to pack for a convention, but I'm just going to tell you the steps that I go through, and you can alter it from there. So before I say the words pack for a convention about 10,000 other times, let me start the video. So let me start off with, way back in 2017 when Tumblr was still sort of relevant, my cosplay group had a page where we would answer cosplay related questions. And one of the questions that we got was, can you guys tell us what cosplayers should pack for cons aside from their cosplays and wigs? So I wrote out a very lengthy response. The number one thing that I said you should pack no matter what is liquid hand soap. You can get it for like 98 cents at most places. And it's just a portable liquid hand soap that's less than $1, and it is honestly a lifesaver. Let's say you're not even going to a convention. Let's say you're just going to a hotel for some reason, like maybe there's a music festival and you're staying at a hotel. Bring liquid hand soap. Most hotels have a bar soap. Bar soap is gross, especially when people are constantly using it. Conventions, we have up to 6 people in a room sometimes. Like, it can vary from 3 to 6 depending on how big the room is and how many friends you have packed in there, with air mattresses and all sorts of stuff. So that's up to 6 different people using the same bar of soap after they use the bathroom, and after they touch weird things, and after they've been on the con floor with all the con sickness and all the con crud, and then come back up to the room and they're using that same bar of soap. It's just gross. It's gross. So liquid hand soap and a little pump dispenser cures that. I'm not picky, as long as it's hand soap. A liquid hand soap that I don't have to touch after someone else has touched. You just squirt your amount out, and then you wash those squirty germs off. It makes sense to me. So yeah, my first response was, of course, liquid hand soap. This question response got up to over 100 different notes on it, which was like likes and reshares and lots of stuff like that. So apparently we did something right with naming awesome things. Next on the list was tweezers, bug spray, and sunscreen. Those are 3 things that you need, especially during summer conventions. I remember there was one con that was really smack dab in the middle of summer, so always carry bug spray, always carry precautions, first aid. Just carry your first aid kit. Take your wig styling supplies. Take anything that you use to make a build. If you built your hair up, take your hairspray, your bobby pins, your hairpins, your scrunchy things, these things. Take everything you need for your hair, because you don't know if there's going to be a store anywhere nearby, and you're going to have to put your hair up to put it in a wig. Again, first aid. Bandages and headache pills are the 2 top things that you need to keep on you at all times during a convention. Headache pills because wigs squeeze your head, and sometimes you just need a little relief from that. And then band-aids, because you never know if you're going to cut yourself on somebody's armor or prop or something laying around the convention, and I always need band-aids. I'm always hurting myself. So band-aids and headache pills. Band-aids and headache pills. Those are 2 things that I can't live without at conventions. Your camera charged with extra batteries and SD cards. You also need your phone charged. I was seeing countless people become a Snorlax because their phone wasn't charged and they just drop down everywhere and start to charge their phone. I know some people don't stay at the convention hotel, and take a portable charger with you. There's no reason for you to just lay down in the hallway and charge your phone. With that being said, take multiple portable chargers. They're only like $10 a piece if you get the one chargers. And I personally love them. I have them everywhere. These things are amazing. They charge your phone once, up to a full charge once, and they're awesome. They're so portable, and they're easy to charge, and they're easy to use, and you don't get in anyone's way. You just plug it in and put it in your pocket or put it in your purse, and your phone will be charged in a few minutes. Another thing I make sure that I have in the hotel room are bathroom wipes. Like bathroom wet wipes and makeup remover wipes. Both kind of wipes I make sure I keep in the bathroom at conventions. You should always take your hot glue gun and glue sticks, but always unplug it. And even when you're using it, if it gets too hot, unplug it and use the hot glue instead of keeping it plugged up to where it's temperature and boiling and you're just like, ow, every few seconds and you walk away with blisters. Don't do that. But take your hot glue gun because you might need it. You might need to make some sort of repair or you might need to fix something else. Hot glue guns are a necessity. Take snacks and waters. You can buy a case of water for like less than $4. It might not be the best tasting water, but at least it will keep you hydrated. And at conventions, 90% of a convention is just walking around showing off your costumes or seeing everything or sitting in a hot panel room. Basically, you need water to survive. So take a case of water, pop a water bottle into your bag, and walk around the convention and enjoy yourself without dying. I have seen more than a few people pass out because they were dehydrated at a convention. And lately, conventions have actually started putting out water where you can get it as you walk around. But it's just easier to have your own and to have a little snack just so you don't get too lightheaded and you don't like pass out. Because you want to enjoy your convention. You don't want to be passing out every few minutes. Hand wipes and sanitizer, all of your bathroom necessities, and I mean like your toothbrush, your toothpaste, shampoo, body wash, but you don't have to take oversized containers of it. Sometimes I do, I admit, but it's just 4 days. You don't need a lot of shampoo. You don't need an entire month's worth of shampoo for 4 days. You just don't. Take travel size containers and keep it contained. Deodorant. You're gonna need it. Take a stick of deodorant with you to the convention. Deodorant is essential. Take your deodorant. What I do is I put all of my toiletries in a plastic shoebox, and I actually take a hand towel from my house and put it in the shoebox. I like line the shoebox with the towel, and then I fold it over the stuff that I need. That way, when I get out of the shower, I can put my body wash and my shampoo, which has gotten wet in the shower, into that shoebox, and the towel will dry it off so that it's ready to go if the next day I'm packing up. And it also gets all of my stuff out of the way of everyone else that's using the bathroom. Socks. Don't forget your socks. I have forgotten my socks before. It's not a good thing. Always take socks. Me, because I'm paranoid, I usually, if I'm going to be gone for 4 days, I take 8 pairs of socks. Because you never know if one pair is going to get wet, if something's going to happen to your feet. You never know. A good smelling air spray for the room. Like a Lysol or a Febreze. Take it. Because sometimes people come in from conventions and they're smelly and they're sweaty because they've been walking around all day and the room starts to stink. Or they've been walking around in shoes and then the shoes are all sweaty and gross smelling. So you want some Lysol. You want some sort of spray to spray in the air so that your whole hotel room doesn't smell like feet. And no, I don't mean spray your perfume because not everyone is okay with a really awful flowery, perfumey scent. I mean something specifically designed to make the air smell better. If you're female, you need to take your feminine products. I don't care if you know that Mother Nature's supposed to come around at the end of the month and the con's at the beginning of the month. You never know. Like, you just never know. So take your feminine hygiene products. You might need them. Or one of your friends might need them. And if they do, you have it there. You have something to help your friend out, and you feel like a good person for it. I was at a convention, and I had a female emergency, and I had to call like 3 different friends to find something, and finally PinkuPerfect was like, I've got something. But honestly, I called like so many people trying to figure out what I could do because I didn't plan ahead. Now, I plan ahead. Goldfish crackers are your best friend at a convention. These are actually the organic alternative. They're called cheddar baked snack crackers, and they're in the shape of cute little owls. But a cheese cracker will save your life at a convention. If you have made your props or your armor, take small things to help you patch that up. Whether it be hot glue, whether it be pieces of foam that you can easily adhere, your heating gun, like small things that you need. Thread, sewing machine. Okay, sewing machine's not big, but I do have friends that take their entire sewing machines. Anything and everything that you need, or may need, or could possibly need, or anything you need to repair your costume, take it. Just set it aside in a little box and take it with you, because you never know what's going to happen. I know one time I was wearing a ball gown. It was Madame Red, but it was the ball gown that she wears in the Lady CL episode. A friend stepped on the train and ripped the entire bottom ruffle off. The entire bottom ruffle just ripped right off of that silk dress. The entire ruffle just ripped right off of the silk dress. And it could have been repaired if I would have had safety pins or some sort of thread to repair it in the hotel room. But I didn't. But now I will. Take safety pins, all shapes, all sizes. You never know if you're going to get to the convention and all of a sudden your body's like, nope, we are 3 inches smaller than what you thought the last time you tried this costume on. So, we don't fit anymore. This has happened to me. I made my bell dress, and I was so confident that I could fit in this thing. I put it on, and it's literally like 6 inches bigger than the last time I tried it on. So, we ended up safety pinning the entire inside sides of the column, and then when I got home, I sewed it together and made it smaller. Tights are a necessity for most costumes, especially if you're wearing a skirt. I find it better to wear tights than to have your natural leg showing, because a natural leg has stubble, a natural leg has lots of veins and all sorts of things, and tights just seem to smooth that out better. Take normal clothes. Take your street clothes. You can take like an anime shirt if you want, but take street clothes. You will need them. Sometimes your friends are going to be like, hey, let's go out to eat, and you're like, but I only have this cosplay. And then you're sitting at a Japanese place wearing a corset trying to eat all you can eat Japanese buffet, and that's never fun. So I suggest you take a pair of comfortable shoes, a pair of jeans, and like 2 or 3 t-shirts. And you really need to take clothes that you won't be embarrassed to wear and that will be comfortable to eat in. Because I personally, when I first started going to conventions, all I could think about was the costume that I was going to wear, and I wasn't thinking about, oh, well, I'm going to need to eat, and I'm going to need to do this and that and the other, and it just didn't work out. You're sitting there in your cosplay, everybody else is around you in normal clothes, and people from all over the place are staring at you because you're the only one in costume. But more times than not, you just feel like the odd one out. So, again, take normal clothes. One thing that I really like to take every single time that I go to a convention is a plastic bag. And in that plastic bag, I put my dirty clothes. I put my dirty underwear, and I put my dirty socks, especially. But like anything that I've worn that I know might either smell or have gotten dirty, I put in the bag. And then I know that that's where my dirty clothes are, and I don't get them confused with my clean clothes, And my clean clothes don't end up smelling because I had sweaty feet one day. Like, that plastic bag will save the rest of your wardrobe, and you won't walk around the convention smelling like feet. Along with your toiletries, make sure that you take Q-tips. Q-tips are extremely useful, and I do mean extremely useful for a lot of things. You also want to take your own pillow, or at least a pillowcase, because hotel pillows are usually white, and you're going to be wearing makeup, and sometimes makeup smears. So you don't want to ruin a hotel pillow and then owe some sort of deposit on it. I also suggest you take a blanket or comforter because it's easier for you to wrap up on your side of the bed if you're sharing a bed with someone than for the entire hotel room to be hot. I'll say this again. Makeup remover wipes. Make sure that your makeup is completely removed before you go into washing your face with a hotel towel, because just like the sheets, hotel towels are usually white, and again, you don't want to pay a deposit on a towel when you could easily prevent it by using makeup wipes. I have seen countless towels ruined with body paint, like alcohol-based body paint or waterproof makeup, and it looks bad on us as cosplayers and guests of the hotel, and it just looks bad to look at. So be mindful of where you are, and be mindful that these things are not yours, you're just borrowing them. So take care of your hotel room. Other than those things, take your essentials, your cosplays, your wigs, your wig stand, your styling tools, your armor, your props, everything you need for your cosplays. But those are just the extra things that you should probably consider taking. I'm so paranoid when I go to conventions that I actually take 8 to 12 pairs of underwear because I just never know what's going to happen. So just be mindful of the things that you may forget. Make notes of them. I used to write out handwritten lists and then make lists on my computer and then set timers on my phone. Like, I'm super forgetful, in case you couldn't tell. So those are some of the things that I did to prepare for a convention. Now I'm going to show you how I actually pack those things. Okay, so I have all of my makeup sorted into different categories, and with those categories I have different compartments for them. This is my lipstick. That's right, I have an entire caboodle just for my lipstick. To be fair, the bottom compartment is actually hair extensions, but the other compartments are lipsticks. This container holds my makeup brushes. And this container holds all my other makeups, like eyeshadows and brow pencils and eyeliners and everything else, basically. This container holds all my costume jewelry. This bag I used for wigs. Fun fact about that bag, it's actually a bag that a cat toy came in. The little zebra print cat mobile that you might have seen in some of my videos on Twitter. That's what came in it. I like to use bags like that thick plastic with the zipper, for things like this. If you ever buy some sort of bedding that comes in that thick plastic, save it. If it's a pack of sheets, you can put wig essentials in it. You can put... Let me show you. That actually had sheets in it. When I bought it because I had bed sheets in it. And now I use it for wig supplies. I put my scrunchies in there, I put my hairspray, anything I need for my wigs I put in there. The bigger ones that your comforters come in are perfect for keeping your wigs in, and that way you can keep them separated, especially if you have a lot of ponytail clip wigs, because those ponytail clip wigs are perfect for those big bags, and you can keep them all separate and make sure they don't get stepped on and your ponytails don't get crushed. You may have seen this thing in the background of some of my Vlogoween videos because it had Jason's head on it. This actually is a wig head stand. The wig head goes right on top, and then you can put your wig on and style it, and this will hold steady. A lot of people actually don't have a separate stand. They actually take a clip and clip it on. This is actually the alternative to a floor stand. You actually clip this onto a table. So the table goes here, and you tighten it up using this, and then your wig head goes here. Dress bags. You can get them for like $6 at Walmart, and they're a lifesaver if you have costumes that you don't want to get wrinkled or that are just too big to fit in a different box. Which brings me to another special item that I usually pack. I usually pack a formal dress, just in case. You never know. You never know if your friends are going to want to go to a fancy restaurant, or if you're going to end up somewhere that you need a dress for. I know, I take a lot of precautions, but I started taking a formal dress when Ichiban-Con was held on New Year's, and we would celebrate and have a formal ball. So I just got into the habit of taking a formal dress with me to every convention, and oddly enough, I've probably worn my formal dresses just about every convention. I know at Animazement this past year, I wore it and did Black Veil Bride's makeup. I wore a black, long, formal dress, and just walked around the convention after midnight, and it was awesome. Another essential is some sort of small bag that you can carry around with you. I know, you don't want to ruin the illusion of your character, but honestly, you need stuff while you're on the con floor. Like, you need your wallet if you're going to the dealer's room or artist alley. You need just personal things, and your camera. Like, what are you gonna do with that stuff if you don't have a bag? Most costumes don't even have pockets. So I suggest something small, like an Ida bag. My Ida bag is still decorated for Ice 9 Kills, and I might just leave it that way. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, what about cosplay shoes? There are different shoes for each cosplay. Well, unless your cosplay shoes are in a specific box, I suggest you put them in a gallon Ziploc baggie if they'll fit. If not, find a shopping bag and put them in it. And then collect them in a beach bag. Before we go, let me mention some other things that I may not have mentioned in the beginning. This brings me to my last item that I'm going to talk about today. These containers are amazing. They actually are stackable. Where's the stackable side? They're stackable. As you can see, there's a little lip right here where you could just put another one on and then eventually have a top. I don't suggest stacking more than 3 at a time, and always put your heaviest stuff on the bottom. But I use these to transport my cosplays that don't necessarily wrinkle, or props, or costumes that I just can throw in there and they'll be fine when I get them out. As you can see, I have them sort of labeled. This has a Slytherin patch, so this is going to be my Slytherin costume. And this has a Gryffindor patch, so this is going to be the Gryffindor costume. They are right at $8.50 a piece, but they're worth it. You get this, you get two. You get 2 compartments in the lid for around $8. They come out around the holidays, and they're actually supposed to be for packing ornaments so that the ornaments don't break. But I snatch them up and use them for cosplay, and they're my favorite thing. They're my favorite thing to transport cosplay in. You can easily load up one of your friends. He can carry 4 or 5 to the elevator at one time, and it makes for a very quick unpacking. This video is being posted the Wednesday before I leave for Ichiban-Con, so look for an Ichiban-Con vlog sometime in February. So there you have it. That's how I personally pack for a convention, and that was my advice to cosplayers in 2017, and it's still relevant today. So most importantly, don't forget your soap, don't forget your socks, and don't forget your deodorant. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye? Bye! Coslet. And this is my Gryffindor, and you can alter it to, oh my god, cats! Some sort of air spray? Brute! You don't need an entire month's supply of shampoo. Bruce, I'm trying to film. And they're I pack for a convention. Phoenix. Cat hair on my nose. Charge it the night. And my favorite is cucumber melon. Cucumber. Bleh. So don't forget, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to me. Hey, before you go, will you do the outro with me? Will you do the outro with me? Can you tell us... I've actually got a new series coming up at the end of the month. If you like Pokemon or if you like history, you're gonna really enjoy this series. Why are you skipping frames? There's nothing open. Bruce.